Well, new tonight, some big items to talk about out of City Hall with 3 Austin City Council members leaving at the end of the year. Tomorrow's City Council meeting will be the last for Council members Mackenzie Kelly, Allison Alter, and Mayor Pro Tem Leslie Poole. And it will feature a packed agenda with more than 140 items.
And they include the Austin City Council preparing to vote tomorrow on an ordinance to make hospitals safer in direct response to our investigations following a deadly ER crash earlier this year. One of hundreds of similar crashes our team found in the past decade nationwide.
But as KXAN investigator Matt Grant reports, some are pushing back on this potential change that's designed to protect patients.
Nearly 10 months after a drunk driver crashed into St. David's North Austin Medical Center, killing herself and seriously injuring 5.
So would bollards have been helpful in that case?
There's a potential yes.
Our ongoing investigation referenced several times.
And I was reading the KXAN report that was talking about how many facilities they found without bollards. If you look up the news articles from KXAN.
During the latest meeting of the Austin Planning Commission, some expressed concern over the City Council's upcoming final vote to require crash-rated security bollards at new hospitals, urgent care clinics, and standalone ERs, a safety measure currently not required by any local, state, or federal laws. Even though, as experts say, and we saw firsthand, they are effective at stopping a speeding vehicle.
Does it raise some concerns with y'all's department that we're not looking at this more broadly, or how we can be using safety bollards in other situations to more effectively prevent crash deaths?
An Austin transportation representative said the ordinance could be expanded to include other types of care centers, but noted current opposition from unnamed medical facilities.
And we've had some that said we don't like being forced to do this either through site plans or our existing facilities. What is that going to do to, I don't want to be flippant, but their architectural and their visual of how they wanted to present their facilities?
I'm just wondering if we know relatively a breakdown of how many hospitals are already using bollards at their entrances.
We did not take a comprehensive survey.
But earlier this year, we asked that same question, visiting dozens of hospitals across Central Texas, finding 16 with partial or no protection. The Planning Commission ultimately voted to postpone recommending the bollard ordinance, choosing to discuss it again at the end of January. But that may not matter. The resolution already received unanimous support from the City Council earlier this year, and the agenda for this week's council meeting waives a requirement for the Commission's review. That vote comes in direct response to our ongoing investigations. Councilmember Mackenzie Kelly, who introduced that resolution in July after watching our stories, tells us it's heartening to know we can move forward on council without a recommendation from the Planning Commission, and that the public deserves to have their voices heard on this important safety measure. At City Hall, Matt Grant, KXAN Investigates.
All right, Matt, thank you. Again, that council vote is set for tomorrow.
And this is one of the final items that Councilmember Kelly aims to see through as her term is up at the end of the month. You can catch up before tomorrow's council vote. Our complete coverage is online right now at KXAN.com. Just look for the Preventing Disaster button on the investigative page.
And that's far from all city council work that they have to go through tomorrow. Likely the most contentious topic, the council will vote on the Austin Energy Resource Generation and Climate Protection Plan to 2035.
It's a plan that essentially talks about how we're going to meet Austin's rising energy needs while providing an equitable clean energy transition in support of the community's values.
And here's why this has been so contentious. You may remember this plan got kicked down the line earlier this year because City Council and the mayor didn't think that it went far enough in addressing climate change, most notably pulling Austin out of its portion of the Fayette power plant.
Now that's likely to come up again tomorrow at a meeting this week. Austin Energy leaders said the Fayette power plant is, quote, an insurance policy during times of significant demand. And they say it also helped offset roughly $500 million in costs to customers during the 2021 winter storm. Here was the mayor's response to that.
We modeled it with Fayette out.
We did.
So if nothing else, that shows at least some recommitment to being out of Fayette. But I will admit to you that answer, when you talk about Fayette saving money and doing all those kinds of things, sounds like we need Fayette to help us save money. And we want Fayette in order, and that's, I think, part of the reason some people have, including me, sometimes a heartburn about what is that commitment.
And that item is likely to draw the most public comment tomorrow. Of course, we'll stay on top of that for you.
And the City Council can also vote to create an Austin Tourism Public Improvement District in order to help bring in some new money while the Austin Convention Center is under construction. Now, this has been in the works for years. If approved, Austin hotels with at least 100 rooms would be taxed 2% of their gross room revenue for the next decade. A large group of hotel owners have signed off on this, by the way. Money generated would be used to try and attract new events to Austin and bring more tourism revenue into town, as well as also fund some improvements toward safety and homelessness issues. Construction on the Austin Convention Center is slated to start next year. It's going to take years to do, and the new building is poised to open before the 2029 South by Southwest Festival.
And finally, one item they won't have to worry about tomorrow.
I think about what are the top 10 big votes that I'll take as a council member throughout my tenure. This is going to be one of the top 10 because we really are looking at how do we future-proof our city.
A potential commitment to spend hundreds of millions of dollars capping Interstate 35. That huge vote and deadline was initially tomorrow, but got punted because the Texas Department of Transportation is delayed. The city will now have until March 2025 to commit funding to the massive project, which would build decks, structures, and eventually green spaces over the expanded highway. KXAN City Hall reporter Grace Reeder has all of this wrapped up for you over on KXAN.com as well. And she will be at City Hall for you tomorrow, breaking down all of those significant votes.